Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. I welcome you on this YouTube live session on the topic of plant-based nutrition for healing and disease reversal. So, friends, I have a question for all of you. सेशन को शुरू करने से पहले मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूँ कि क्या आपको हैरानी होगी अगर आपको ये पता चले कि there is a natural way to heal your body and potentially you can reverse some diseases without being on medication, and it is actually possible. So if your answer is yes, then well, you are welcome in this enlightening session, because आज जो हमारे साथ हैं we have the privilege of hosting Ankush Bhatia, a renowned plant-based specialist, and she will shed light on the transformative power of plant-based nutrition. इससे पहले कि मैं स्टेज उनको हैंड ओवर करूं, मैं आपको एक छोटा सा इंसिडेंट आपके साथ शेयर करना चाहता हूं. Some years ago, there was a person named John. Obviously, the name changed. In the late 50s, he was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And John was struggling to manage his blood sugar level despite being on multiple medications. And frustrated and determined to improve his health, he started researching alternative approaches and discovered the healing potential of plant-based nutrition. उन्होंने एक बहुत ही courageous decision लिया to work on his diet. And would you believe, within a few months, he witnessed a remarkable transformation. उनका जो ब्लड शुगर था वो ना सिर्फ लेवल पर आ गया, he also lost weight. He was able to reduce his medication doses too. And I can say, yes, Ankush Bhatia played a good role in that. So before I hand over the stage to Ankush, let me give some introduction about her. So अंकुश भाटिया जो हैं, ये इनकी आहार शक्ति के नाम से इनकी कोचिंग सर्विस है, और विच इज़ गोइंग गुड, वंडरफुल आई वुड से. एंड she is helping people reversing diabetes, PCOD, thyroid, and other health disorders. Healthy alternatives to work on your cravings, add nutrients, vitamins, lot of things. She is actually from the Institute of Integrative Nutrition School, and one of the largest nutrition schools, that is which I'm talking about right now. It is actually in the world, one of the largest nutrition school. She's actually has a background for about 12 years experience working for an IT company, an MBA in finance, and now she is into this and enlightening people with her wonderful experience. So welcome Ankush in the show. And friends, Ankush will be with you for next 1 hour, or she will be sharing her experience, some more details, enlightening you for next 40 to 45 minutes, and then we'll be back with the question and answers. So Ankush, warm welcome to you in the session, and over to you.
Thank you, Prashant, first of all, for inviting me to this wonderful platform and the opportunity that I am getting to share my know-how about plant-based nutrition, which is super, super, super close to my heart. And I'm very, very happy to be here. So, hello, wonderful people. It is so nice of all of you to join me here on a live session with me, Ankush Bhatia from Ahar Shakti, a plant-based nutrition specialist who is coming all the way live to help and guide and support you and talk to you all that you need to know about plant-based nutrition. But before I get started, I wanted to state something small and beautiful. Let me read it out to you. The soul is the same in all living beings. although the body of each is different, said Hippocrates. Plato says, God's created a certain kind of being to replenish our bodies. They are the trees, plants, and seeds, and not the animals. Wow, isn't that nice and so beautiful? So, what we are here today for this particular topic, as I said, very, very close to my heart, and which has helped me in my difficult times and helped me to transform my mind, body, and soul and made me better than I used to be. So, let me share my screen here with you today so we can get started. Prashant, just let me know if the screen is being seen.
Yeah, sure.
My PDF. Hold on. Able to see it? Are you able to see the screen?
Not now. Is that the same one? The PDF?
No, they are PPT not loading.
Okay.
I'm sorry, just bear with me, guys, for a minute. Okay, now can you see it?
No, it's not loaded actually.
Okay, hold on.
Shall I add the same one? The PDF?
Now is it seen?
Save the planet, protect the environment.
No? Okay.
Only the voice.
Okay, I'm so sorry. There's some technical thing which.
Yeah.
Is it seen?
No.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. I'll just do it again. It's just. Prashant, can you load the PDF for me then?
Yeah. It's done.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Sorry about this, guys. Sorry for the delay. We were hoping that my PowerPoint presentation works because it contains a lot of beautiful videos that I keep recording every day. And but nevertheless, you will just get to see some static pictures on it. I wanted to introduce myself. That I am actually a plant-based nutrition specialist and an integrative nutrition health coach from IN New York. I have also been studying nutrition since the past 5 years from various institutes. Thank you, Simran. Love to see you here. All right. I'm getting a lot of good people cheering me up. That's nice to see. So, also from ESA ACSM from Mumbai, I have done my nutrition course besides my New York course, which was the biggest course of my life. And I'm glad I did it from them. I've also been mentored by Sharon's Dr. Nanita Shah, who is kind of a pioneer in the vegan industry in India. And because of her mentoring, I actually got started into plant-based nutrition. And I've been in this journey since more than 5 years already. So actually, like Prashant said, I've been from software industry where I've been working like for 12 years and I took a break for family reasons. And it was a decision taken by me also to be with my family, and wanted to do something different, which I was super passionate about, because I didn't want to go back to my corporate world and get back to the rut. I was totally stressed out all the time, not spending time with my family, not getting time to myself, and always thinking okay, whatever I was doing was healthy and absolutely right. So once I started reading a lot about nutrition, I was like totally blown away. So it intrigued me so much that I actually enrolled myself in nutrition schools, and I studied a lot about nutrition. And IIN school not only taught me about nutrition, that they said that's pretty easy to come through. They actually taught me about coaching clients, and that's what kind of helped me become a better coach. And actually I do a lot of digital online coaching also for overseas clients. I'm actually able to handle international clients too easily because of my schooling, and the way I would make my presentations, my knowledge sharing, everything had to be done professionally. So I was very glad that I did that. And what I also learned from them is about what is a health coach exactly. So, as a health coach, we not only teach about foods on our plate, those are the secondary foods we are talking about. We were also taught about primary foods. Like, primary foods are like what? Your relationships, your job, your career, spirituality, your home environment, the events around it, your spirituality, your exercise, your career, your finances, everything put together are your primary tools of life. So when we talk about food, it is not just the food on our plate, right? If there is an imbalance in our primary food, this will definitely create a disharmony and imbalance in our life. So the nutrition is not going to work on you. We have to take care of all the other aspects of our life also along with it. So that's why it's called a circle of life tool. I'm glad to introduce you to about it. Some of you already been knowing about it as such. So nutrition, along with these other things, play a huge role in taking care of your health overall. So it's more of a lifestyle thing. It's also disease reversal and healing of your mind, body, and soul together, put together. And now, because I'm going on to digital online coaching, it's become even more easier for me to reach out to people to share my knowledge. You can see all my daily postings done on all my social media handle by the name of Ahar Shakti. And you will get to learn even more when you join my community group, so that I can keep sharing newer information that even I am learning. It also includes a lot of beautiful fitness videos, and see the power of food through Ahar Shakti that I've developed. Ahar Shakti means the power of food for some of you who do not know the meaning of it, because it's a Sanskrit word, and so people who are not from here will not kind of relate to this. But Ahar means food, Shakti means power, so it's the power of real food. That's why I named that for my business, and for my as my marquee. So we will get on with the session. Prashant, I think you will have to do this, right? Because you have the control. Okay, that was about me, which we already know. And of course, get in touch with me to know more about me. Keep watching my posts so that you keep learning about me. And my website, aharshakti.com, is already there. Can we go to the next one? Yeah, food. So, never heard of this, right? Foodex. Must have heard of FedEx, right? So, Foodex system is basically food along with exercise. That means any kind of physical activity should be combined along with your great nutrition. And these are the key to a healthy lifestyle. Of course, our habits make us what we are. You must have heard about something so common that we hear. You are what you eat. मतलब तुम घास खाओगे, or if you eat grass, you become a cow. I keep getting this joke and fun from a lot of people, my family also. घास खाओगे or grass, if you eat grass, you become a cow. But I say you are what makes you believe in yourself. So it's not just necessary what you eat, it's what you believe in it also. So I am also talking about you. You must be knowing, and you must have heard that gym jana hai to hi weight loss hoga. You go to the gym then only you lose weight. But it doesn't work that way. It doesn't happen with everyone as such. You may initially lose probably 2 to 4 kilos and all, but then there's kind of saturation after that. What then? So that's when the good nutrition plays a role. This was what I realized when I was not into nutrition and I was working out like a maniac, trying to lose weight. It's not that I was obese, but I was just trying to get the body of my dreams. And I was trying hard and everything in the gym. I was like going crazy, doing weightlifting, heavy lifting, everything. But I did not see the results that I wanted to see, kind of thing. But when I got into nutrition, I learned so much about it and I started like practicing, implementing. Still, certain things were not working. But eventually, over a period of time, when I kept learning, started growing, I started implementing it. And believe me, I saw marvelous, miraculous results in my own self, my own body. The transformation that I had was mind blowing, especially in COVID time, where everybody was like, dilly-dallying about their weight issues, eating healthy, prevent diseases, prevent COVID from coming into, entering your body. And so plant-based nutrition, because I was following it, I was able to get even more and more, time to spend on myself, my learnings, and adapting everything in my life too. So I am glad I did that, and I have been like on top of the world since then. Bang on, very very high on energy. And when I after COVID got over and when we all met and all, people were shocked to see me, like, what happened to me. It was a huge transformation. So I am very very happy about that. So also wanted to say is, some people also think that if you eat less, you may lose weight. Yes, again, you may lose some kind of water weight or some kind of body weight for some time. But if you're not working out, okay, you will be having the skinny fat. You will be also, kind of not seeing the results you want in your body. You could be suffering from inflammation, joint pains, a belly pooch, or anything, which is related to a health disorder. So basically, you will not feel healthy at all. So that's when the Foodex system starts working, when you combine nutrition and good nutrition and a good kind of physical activity, whether it is swimming, whether it's working out in the gym, whether it's working out at home. I do a lot of home workouts daily. You need not go to the gym. You can just be at your home with minimal equipment and watch my videos. You'll learn from it, and you will be amazed at what your body can do through nutrition and physical activities. All right. Next one, please. Sorry to say this. Has people over here in India specifically are so confused about veganism. They say we are already vegetarian, right? So isn't that veganism? Absolutely not. Yes, being vegetarian is being part of being a vegan. But veganism term was created in the year 1944 by a person named Donald Watson, who was an English animal advocate, and he was a founder of the Vegan Society as such. So he would describe veganism, or a person being a vegan who avoids using animals for ethical reasons or to limit their exploitation. So that was his definition. That's how veganism came in about. And what is a vegan diet? It includes plant-based foods like fruits, vegetables, grains, nuts, seeds, and legumes, obviously. And people have become more and more, aware of the negative effects of the modern animal agriculture on our planet. So there has been eventually a negative impact on ourselves, on our body and our minds too, because of the lot of processed food, especially meat and dairy, that is being produced by the industry, by the meat and dairy industry. And the hormones, the imbalances that it creates in our hormones, it is something you cannot fathom. Again, in the 1980s, Dr. Thomas Colin Campbell introduced another term called plant-based diet. Everyone thinks like, oh, veganism and plant-based diet, isn't that the same thing? But he took it to another level. It's because people were not able to adapt to veganism easily. So he created this thing called plant-based diet, where it's basically you're defining a low-fat, high-fiber, vegetable-based diet that is only focused mainly on health and not for ethical reasons. So there you see, you have veganism for ethical reasons, and then you have a plant-based diet. And there's much more to this in the next slide. So I'm not going to confuse you. I'm just going to clarify things for you as we go on further. Why do people go vegan? People go vegan. Okay, why? A lot of time I was asked, why did I go vegan? A lot of reasons. This video out here was a beautiful one. Unfortunately, cannot play it. It's with my pet dog, Leo, which is no more with us. Sad to say. It is, for me, it was not just ethical, of course. It was also for health reason and environment reason and many more other reasons as such. But let me not talk about myself. People want to go vegan, of course, for animal protection. You know, the animal meat that we're consuming, the animal milk that we are drinking, or the animal skin that we wear through leather, through shoes, bags, clothes, any kind of thing which is related to the animal. And there's also a psychological factor, and also the physical torture that the animals undergo through these modern farming practices. Like when I was introduced to veganism, we were shown a lot of documentaries and videos till it was embedded into our minds how cruel we are to the animals. And literally, so have tears in my eyes watching these animals. Not that they were connected with me, not that they were related with me, not that they were part of my farm or my thing, my clan or something, but it's just that it was so heartfelt, and I absolutely felt it from within when I saw this, that how the cows were being injected with the oxytocin injections, and they were pumped with antibiotics, and they were feeling, they were crying, they were in pain, there was pus formation. Why is this done? It's because usually a cow is lactating once she gives birth for at least 2 years. But because through these injections, they actually lactate for like approximately 4 years. And that particular milk is not created for the calf. That extra milk that she's producing is meant for human consumption, for selling, for commercial purposes and all. And the quality of the milk, of course, goes down because of those injections and antibiotics which were pumped into her body as such. Even the male cow is not spared. They are isolated in some rooms, and they are, I'm not talking about for all kind of farms or all kind of countries. I'm just talking about certain places that we are aware of certain we have seen through our eyes, we have seen through our this thing, and even certain farmers have told us about it, that they kept in isolation, the male cow, the bulls, and they're kind of starved, kind of, they are not fed properly, and they are kind of put in isolation, so that, you know, slowly they wither and they kind of die, and they use that meat, they plump it up again with antibiotics and with injections, and they use that meat as veal because it's a delicacy, right? So they use all that and they sell it. What about the chickens also? The hens again are pumped with injections, again with antibiotics, so that instead of 2 eggs, 4 eggs, they're laying 6, 8 eggs at a time. And the hatching process is also speeded up. The chicks are also cooped in. Instead of keeping 50 chickens in a coop, there are at least like 100 kept together, and there's no space for them at all to move around. And they're crying, and they're like so sad because they're babies. So they're kept away from their mothers, and their beaks are chopped off. Guys, I've actually seen these videos, and it was so kind of, you know, disheartening that of course I'd already turned vegan and vegetarian by that time, but it's something that I realized it's a social message that I needed to share with the people, how these animals are being treated. So if you have a pet dog, suppose like I did as such, and you do call for that lovely hamburger from from KFC or McDonald's or something, just look at that hamburger. What's inside it? The meat of an animal, after all. But when you look at your puppy dog or your pet that you have, and then you look at the burger meat, what do you see? It's an animal after all. Only difference is it's dead. So it's dead meat. and you think you're getting the proteins from it. Yes, you do, but it's practically like dead to you. And it's a very, very acidic kind of protein that you're getting from it. So think about it. If you're a pet lover, if you're an animal lover, please love the animals. They are here for a reason. They've come to Earth, they've come to our houses as pets for a reason, so that we can protect them, and they will protect us back, and they only love us back. That's what I want to say about animals. Of course, health reasons are also there, wherein you can reduce the risk of heart diseases, type 2 diabetes, cancer, arthritis, Alzheimer's, a bit of dementia, prevention from cancer, PCOD, thyroid, menopausal issues, gastric issues, digestive issues, blood pressure issues. I mean, so many other diseases. I've been hearing only positive things about it. Absolutely. And of course, the doctor bills also get saved because you're on a plant-based nutrition. It's such a clean and lean diet that we follow. And animals are also not harmed in the process. It brings down your BMI also. You do get leaner also. And you will not see a day where you need to go to a doctor for fever, for flu, for viral infections, for cold and cough and headaches. You can actually heal yourself naturally through your foods. So food is your medicine. You are going to fall sick for 10 days, right? If you have fever. So how do you want to take care of it? Through medication or through real natural foods, the healing foods? That's where plant-based nutrition plays a big role in healing you. So we are not only talking about ethics and health, we are talking also about the environment. The carbon footprint that is so high in animal agriculture, you cannot fathom it. There's a whole big of research done on it. There's so much information on the internet. I mean, everything I put is cross-checked, it's verified from various sources, because I always research my work. There is a lot of data inputs also given here. If anyone wants to know, get in touch with me. I'll give them the details. But a lot of research has been done in the study for animal agriculture. And I've also researched a lot about it. And it is true that there's a higher greenhouse gas emission, which is being emitted out and which is creating more and more carbon in the air, and it's becoming so toxic also. Compared to plant-based kind of culturing of or agriculture of plant-based food items, it is absolutely much, much more eco-friendly. And of course, there's more and more water used to cultivate animal products. And the way it is processed, I mean, of course, you cannot eat the animal directly, right? It has to kind of give up its life for you. It has to be skinned out. It has to be processed for you to digest it. Do you think you can eat raw meat? You think you are able to do, justice by just like people just slaughter animals and you can eat them directly? No. You have to cook it. First it's processed in certain ways. Few preservatives are added through some antibiotics added, so that the dead meat that is there is preserved and it doesn't stink. Because if it's stinking, that means, of course, there is nothing in it, unless you go for organic products, but then they have to be consumed very fast. But for the meat to stay and be preserved for a long time, you have to add in some additives for it to stay for longer and not smell and make a delicacy out of it. The water that is used for your plants, of course, is low, quite low compared to animal products, and you will see it in the further slides. And of course, deforestation is another thing which is also very, very harmful. You burning the forest for croplands and for pasturing the animals, that is also there. But mainly, we should be avoiding, lot of things which are hurting the environment, the animals, and of course our health. Okay, Shant. Now comes another term here. Whole food plant-based diet. Ab ye kya hai bhai? We've heard about vegan, we've heard about plant-based diet. Now what is whole food plant-based diet? Okay, it's something which is minimally processed foods. Okay, every food item in this industry has been processed to some level for us to eat, except for the vegetable and fruits. All right. What about the flours and grains that we eat? To some level, it is kind of processed. To some level, it's even refined. So when it's refined, it is not whole food. So when it is minimally processed and not refined, then it's a whole food. Like, I'll also give you examples. Animal products are not exactly whole foods. Of course, some of them call eggs as whole foods also, or the organic eggs as such. But in a plant-based nutrition, when you're having your vegetables, fruits, whole grains, your legumes, and your seeds and nuts, it should be in whole. When I say in whole, is when we are eating our vegetables, eat them with the skin. Some of them, not all of them, of course. When you're eating your fruits, we eat them with the skin because it contains a lot of VEMF. Now, what is this VEMF? VEMF is your vitamin, energy, keep guessing, mineral, and fiber. So, VEMF is what we get when we have whole foods. So, refined foods again come in the manner of sugars, anything white in color, the white flour, the white breads, the white cookies, anything what you see white around you is good for the soul and for the mind, but not for our body. I'm talking about food here. So we have sugar, of course. We have all your flour, all the biscuits and the cookies, and anything other white you can think of, except for sesame seeds and all. Of course, that's whole food. And the oils also, the refined oils also. So full food quality, if it's organic is in nature, it's really, really fantastic because it's whole food again, and it is not containing any pesticides and any hormones or any antibiotics, unlike the animal foods, which definitely need all these things for it to be preserved. India has a lot of vegetarians, right? But we have different categories of vegetarians, which includes I'm a vegetarian, but I eat only eggs. I'm a vegetarian, but I eat also seafood. I'm a vegetarian, but I do have dairy products. So these people are not vegans, they are plain vegetarians, yes. But how do you call yourself vegetarian if you're still eating seafood and you're having eggs? So that's a different category by itself. But in a whole food plant based diet, there are a lot of meat eaters also who adapt that. They need not be vegans, but they are adapting this whole food plant based diet. So, what have you learned over here is vegan, plant based diet, whole food plant based diet, and vegetarianism. So, I hope you guys are clear on this. And if guys, get your pens and pads ready and keep your questions ready for me so that I can answer all of them in one go. And if you missed out anything or if you've not understood anything, I'll be gladly helping you clear out these things. All right. Chola bhaturas, anyone is missing it? Or anything else that someone is remembering because I'm talking about it? Right? Very, very, tasty, delicious, lot of cravings that we keep getting because of this. And Ankush is telling me not to have this. How do I give up my favorite foods? Can you go to the next one, please? All right, the most crucial and the critical one out here is the diseases and the health disorders that whole food plant-based diet helps you in getting off. Now, not only for heart disease and cancer and diabetes and your cognitive decline, it is meant also for lowering, maintaining a balance in your blood pressure, your heart diseases, your cholesterol, your triglycerides, and your menopausal issues. Women in their 40s and 50s, hear me out. Yes, you can handle your menopausal issues so easily. Believe me, it works beautifully. And kidney cleanses your kidneys, your livers, and helps you with your thyroid, PCOD, so many other things that you can think of. Any other, your arthritis, lupus, I'll be talking about that in my further slides also. So basically the heart diseases do crop up. Not necessarily everything is genetic, guys. I've been hearing this, it's hereditary and genetic. Yes, some part of it could be, but can't we all avoid this? We can avoid all these things. What do we mean? Okay, diabetes hereditary hai. Everyone in my family had it or has it. But not necessarily I will have to have it. It's not hereditary, guys. It's up to you how you adapt your lifestyle, how effective you are with what you're doing in life. You can reduce this risk of diabetes. You can improve your blood sugar levels. People have got that myth, oh, but I don't eat sugar. I don't have, any sweet stuff. It need not come from sugar. It can even come from the high loaded carbs or your unhealthy lifestyle, or for eating a batata vada and samosa and bhel puri every other day. Your sugar levels keep spiking up. Even for, you're having fruits, of course they're very healthy, but if every day you're consuming kilos and kilos and kilos of fruits, your sugar level is bound to go up high. And especially if you're not working out, you're not able to balance that insulin at all. So heart disease to hoega hi hoga. You will face that kind of problem if your sugar levels are always high, you're having refined grains all the time. Fruit juices versus a single fruit, what do you think is better? Of course, a single fruit, because fruit juices will take approximately around 4 oranges to make a single juice, right? And what about the Tetra packs? All the hidden sugars are in the Tetra packs. They will say it's sugar free and they've not added sugar in it. But guys, think about it practically. If you make that juice at home and refrigerate it will last for what? A day? And the next day it's bitter already. So what's in that Tetra pack which is keeping it so alive and so sweet? It's obviously the additives and the preservatives. So there's a whole load of list of additives and preservatives that you can find online, which also was taught to in my school. That's when I realized this is how you keep the food alive, the shelf life of the food. And that's how these disorders develop. Healthy juice पीना है, घर पे बना के पियो, make it at home. But don't make it a habit of juicing everything except for vegetables, which is of course very, very, very good. But fruit by itself, single, with its fiber and mostly with its skin. Of course, banana you can't eat with the skin, but people do eat banana skin after roasting it and all. That's another thing. Apples, pears, chicos. So many things you can eat with the skin. Potatoes. Don't peel them. Make them like this. You'll get used to it. First 2 times it's a struggle. Eventually your body will start loving it. And believe me, being a vegan, you start loving the foods and your body will thank you for it. And you will enjoy it so much. So keep having whole foods all the time. Now, why does cancer also develop? All of us have cancer genes and cells in us, right? So why doesn't it happen to everyone? Most of the vegans have reduced the risk of cancer because of the diet that they are following. So cancer usually is surviving in an anaerobic or an acidic environment. If every day you're eating acidic food, it's bound to happen. Of course, lifestyle diseases are also there, smoking, lots of alcohol, lots of medication. So many other things can aggravate your cancer. When I say about cognitive decline, it is something which is quite commonly seen around is when we didn't realize is Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, dementia. Like my father had Parkinson's disease, which was unheard of by me and was totally confused on what it is. Absolutely. I learned a lot about Parkinson's disease back then, but nothing was helping him. And I was so flabbergasted that even the medications were not helping him. And slowly, of course, we couldn't manage him that well. But now there is so much progress that people are kind of getting better. I'm not saying completely coming out of it, but whole food plant-based diet is definitely a number one reason for helping such people out. So it takes care sometimes of even partial dementia also. Think about so many other health diseases that you have, so many other things that you're suffering. You're struggling. The saturated fats that we keep eating in the solid forms, the butter, the cheese, the creams, daily in and out because food is so tasty. Sindhi houses, Punjabi houses, like bread, butter, chai is the nashta. Parathas with ghee, loaded with ghee, butter, everything. Oh man, This is something what I have faced being from a Punjabi house, and absolutely delicious food. I cannot forget that. But after a while, it damages a lot of things in you. My own mother faced this, and she suffered a very, very brutal kind of way of going away to heaven. And I felt I could have helped her, but of course, I was not in nutrition at that time. And I saw her suffering from diabetes, heart problem, everything, name it, like tuberculosis, renal failure. She had kind of brain fog. She was always undergoing dialysis, and she was like a zombie, living her life like a zombie. And at that particular time, she couldn't even eat a morsel of food. But again, I couldn't help her at that time because I was really totally confused on what's going on with her. It was completely new. So I took it up on myself that from then onwards, that was 5 years ago, I will start helping people in their healing journeys through plant-based nutrition. And believe me, it's working wonders. There are a lot of people who come to me with certain disorders, and I'm able to help them heal. I'm able to help them get better. So it's not just the disorders. If you just want to improve your energy, your metabolism, your gut, want to get leaner, stronger, all these things through the power of food, natural foods, is done through a whole food plant-based diet. Okay, Prashant. Is everyone aware about autoimmune diseases? Okay, for some of you who are new to it, what is an autoimmune disease? Is a disease which is attacking your body's immune system itself, your own healthy cells. It's attacking. So your immunity is gone for a toss. It's gone awry. It's not working properly, and you are facing a lot of inflammation, your joint pains, you're falling sick pretty often, you're getting skin problems. There are many more other issues to it. So it's like an example I give you. It's a funny one. No offense to this, is when daughter-in-law and mother-in-law at home, and there's everything is peaceful, everything is quiet, everything is healthy. Suddenly the mother-in-law comes and just kind of starts ranting, or kind of blaming the daughter-in-law for something. It could be vice versa. It could be the daughter-in-law doing it to the mother-in-law. So I'm not saying mother-in-laws are bad. I'm just giving a scenario kind of thing, because this is what's seen in kind of the Hindi serials as such, that unnecessary she came and created a havoc. There was so much peace in the house, but there was something that was bothering the mother-in-law. There was some negative vibe, some negative energy, which ticked her off, and she took it out on the mother-in-law. The same way, uh, the disease which is there in our body, how is because our body's immunity system is being attacked. Okay, it's attacking the healthy cells, the peaceful ones, like the peaceful daughter-in-law, the peaceful mother-in-law. It's being attacked for no reason at all. So that's when the autoimmune diseases come about. So what are some of them? Type 1 diabetes, lupus, arthritis, multiple sclerosis relating to the nerve and spine, celiac disease, where you develop a gluten sensitivity. Where what is gluten? Gluten again is a kind of a protein which our body is not able to digest. The enzymes are not able to get digested as such, and then you develop gluten sensitivity in that. Then there's IBS, which is not autoimmune disease, but it's a syndrome, irritable bowel syndrome. It's got something similar to celiac disease, some symptoms, but celiac disease is way ahead and much more, much more harsher than an IBS, which attacks again the small intestines out here. And it creates a lot of inflammation in the body, and your body is not able to digest the gluten which you're consuming through foods. And there's diarrhea, there's gas, constipation in some cases. It's because of your small intestine got affected due to this autoimmune disease called celiac disease. So, and the IBS syndrome is the one which is kind of attacking the big intestine, and celiac is the one which is kind of attacking the small intestine. That is the difference between it. So that is a syndrome. This is an autoimmune disease. There's and a lot of people on a plant-based nutrition have been able to get out easily out of IBS. and they're able to live a very, very healthy life once they're on the plant-based nutrition. Okay, and the refined grains, the sugar, the alcohol, and lot of inflammatory foods are the reason which the autoimmune diseases are cropping up in our lives. Let's go ahead, Prashant. Let's talk about lupus and arthritis. Arthritis, I think most of us are familiar with it. Lupus, it is again an autoimmune disease which is causing lots of inflammation, not only in the skin, but the joints and your vital organs also. And your immunity system is not adapting very well to a lot of things. It could be even to the sun. You are not able to go out in the sun without a sunglass or without a hat or without a sunscreen. So that is also one of the symptoms. And you can ease out these symptoms by going from an inflammatory diet to an anti-inflammatory diet. So there are a lot of anti-inflammatory foods that we can adapt through plant-based nutrition. Some of the inflammatory foods are refined sugar, you can see out here, high fructose corn syrup to make the syrups and sauces and condiments very, very, very tasty. To preserve the food, high fructose corn syrup has been used, and artificial sweeteners, margarines, vegetable oils like palm oil, for example. The farsans, the snack items that you see on the shelf of your banyas or the grocery stores, that could be made 3 months back. It could be made 1 month back. It could be made 6 months back. But how do they preserve it for so long? It's through palm oil. The same if you do it in olive oil or in any other walnut oil or avocado oil or any other good seed oil or a nut oil. It won't last more than few days, because palm oil is something which helps you preserve the food for a longer time. The shelf life is increased. It's how you people are pumping in a lot of things to elongate their life. Same way the food is also pumped in with a lot of these things like palm oils, and in certain animal products it's of course with the antibiotics and the hormonal injections that are going into them. So arthritis is also another one which of course a lot of people are already aware. It's always swelling and the tenderness of the joints. Your movements are very, very limited here, and but nevertheless a lot of people, if they follow a good lifestyle and a good plant-based nutrition, they do tend to kind of take care of the arthritic problem and able to move around very easily. Because plant-based food, what do they contain? They have life in them from the plants. They have fiber and phytonutrients in them, polyphenols in them. They take care of your gastrointestinal issues, your cardiovascular diseases, your immunity, it builds up beautifully. Like I was suffering with a lot of sinus and colitis in my early days, and popping pills as usual, which everyone does that. And it created so much issues in my health. I was not able to function properly, and I was always feeling tired, fatigue, always down with a cold, with a headache, and this pain in my stomach, not realizing, what I'm doing to my system. I didn't want to do that anymore through medication. So when I realized about plant-based nutrition at a very later on stage, I realized my mistakes that I was making at that time. And I think we can all give it a shot and start introducing bit by bit of plant-based nutrition. If not completely, do it phase-wise. You cannot expect to jump into plant-based nutrition or vegan diets immediately. I totally understand that. It takes time. But if you want to go disorder and health-free, please do. Try plant-based nutrition out. And I'm here to guide and support you in any way that you want. Prashant? And of course, guys, includes a lot of greens in your food items. We'll talk about that. Can you actually beat cancer? Prashant, we missed that. Okay, these are the food items which are listed here, which help you kind of heal in your cancer journey. Again, cancer, if it's in an acidic environment, our body is completely in an acidic environment, we are bound to face that problem. We are bound to see cancer in our lives. But plant-based nutrition has done magical, work on cancer patients, certain cancer patients which have been in the early stages of cancer. I'm not talking about the advanced one. I'm talking about, yes, definitely in the early stages you can take care, but in the advanced ones, it becomes less painful and easier to manage. I'm not saying it's going to save lives or something, but yes, it can be taken care of if it's done properly through the guidance of an expert in plant-based nutrition and cancer. You can definitely fight cancer off. No, I'm not saying I guarantee or assure you something, but if you work towards it, it's not going to harm you. It's only going to make it happen, make it for you. It's going to be doing something wonderful to your body. It's going to be blessed. We go into the diabetes one. Prashant? Okay, this is a very common topic about diabetes. It's all over the world. It's all over the place. Okay. Again, like I said, eating too much sugar not necessarily causes diabetes. Yes, it can also. It's also eating the wrong kind of foods, and constant intake of carbohydrates and dairy products can also increase insulin level, which is a hormone, which is spiked up. Of course, you become either pre-diabetic or diabetic as such. Guys, I'm not going in depth in each and every topic because we don't have so much time. And it's not only about diabetes, it's about a lot of other disorders and things. So I'll be like talking quickly about each and every topic on this. So there are these particular hormones, if you all are not aware, about leptin and ghrelin. Okay, I am not too sure, but I will explain in short. Is ghrelin is your hunger hormone. So these two hormones are there in your body to balance your meal intake inside. The ghrelin, the hunger hormone, will always tell you you're hungry. It keeps sending you to that kitchen, or if you're passing by to the save puri wala, the patata vada wala or something, like you're always constantly hungry, or in the cafe, you don't want to eat, but you still end up eating because your ghrelin hormone is very high. So to balance that out, we have a leptin hormone also, which is helping you manage your appetite. So it is produced by your body's fat cells, and ghrelin is produced by your small intestines. It's the primary role is to regulate your appetite. So if these hormones are imbalanced, of course your system is not going to respond well. Your brain always thinks that it wants more, and they play ping pong with each other, leptin and ghrelin. Your stomach will tell you मुझे खाना चाहिए, brain will tell you खाना चाहिए. Who do you listen to? You're not too sure about it. So if your hormones are not regulated, not balanced, you will not be able to gauge how much you eat. So eat not as per the time, by the clock. 1 बज गया है, 2 बज गया है, it's 1 or 2 o'clock. You gotta eat. Not necessary. Don't time that. Time your stomach hunger, the growls, the hunger pangs. When you're hungry, you could be hungry in 1 hour, in 2 hours, in 3 hours, in 4 hours. It depends what kind of meal you've eaten before. You could not feel hungry throughout the day. But do we need to punish our bodies by eating constantly? This is where the insulin levels rise. This is when we are going on feeding our hormones, and this is where the diabetes starts coming into our life. The insulin levels keep spiking up. So plant-based diet definitely controls it, definitely balances it out. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, plant-based diet, is it good for the planet? Of course. Do I need to even ask you? Do I need to even tell you about it? It does decrease the greenhouse gas emissions, the water consumption, the land used for factory farming, for animal production. It is, my God, it is so high. Because we all want proteins in our body, right? Because doctor says this, because your gym trainer tells you, protein khao, body banao. But plant-based foods magically have so much hidden protein in them, you will not understand till you actually get into it. So if you're producing so much of beef and so much of milk, can you see it, guys? To produce so much of protein, how much water it's utilizing, how many liters of water compared to producing a tofu or oats, which is plant-based. So see the difference. There's a lot of research done and a lot of data is available. We'll be saving 50% of our water usage if we, and also the carbon emissions also, which is compared to the transportation sector, is also very high. If we eliminate meat and milk from our diets, we'll be able to live a much eco-friendly environment, and we'll have less of global warming, and the environment will not degrade at all. So short and sweet, I'm explaining it. If someone wants to hear more about it, let me know later. Prashant, foods to avoid. This was a video about French fries and burgers, actually, not playing at the moment. So McDonald's and KFCs and a lot of other joints, they have fried foods all the time. Must share a funny incident with me. It is not about French food, French fries and burgers at all. I was traveling to Lonavala some years back, and there's this particular food stall that we always stop at to eat some food before we land in Lonavala. And the aroma of the vada pav was divine. I just couldn't resist it. And fresh vada pavs they were making. I was so tempted to eat it. I actually was like, contemplating, and then like I gave into it. Like, there was this devious thing behind, the devil behind my telling me like, go eat it, go eat it, go eat it. So my stupidity, my craving, I went and ate it. Versus the poha and dosa, which I could have eaten. I had that choice also. I was absolutely fine. I said, hey, I got a killer stomach. My immunity is good. I'll last, kind of thing. But by the time I reached Lonavala, got such a severe food infection, bad food poisoning. I had never experienced in my life like this. And oh God, I was like, I did not know what hit me. That's when I realized that what I did was completely my mistake. The oils that they're using, okay, they are saying they're using good quality oils, but it goes rancid when you keep on reheating, recooking in the same oil. They are making 100 vadas, they're making like 200 vadas at a time, but they don't change the oil. The oil becomes rancid, so rancid that it affects your system, how good and healthy and strong you are. Anything could go wrong. It may not happen to everyone. I'm just giving an incident. Like this has happened even with a doodhi when with me when I got food poisoned because of doodhi, and I was shocked. Like, why? This is just a plant. But doodhi was kadwa already, which we didn't test. So when you're cutting your doodhi or bottle gourd, you must always test it out. If it's kadwa, it's bitter or not. If it's bitter, please don't cook it at all. So I got infected by doodhi also. It's hilarious. But nevertheless, lesson learned. Of course, added sugars, cookies, pastries, sodas, juices, candies. Need I say it? It's all listed here. Any refined grains, anything in white rice, white pasta, white bread, bagels, pastries, chips, crackers, everything is listed out here. That foods that you can avoid, even certain vegan friendly foods, certain plant based meats, also quite processed. But compared to animal product, it's less processed. But nevertheless, do the label reading, which I do with most of my clients when I take them out to supermarket for a supermarket visit. Help them read the labels and the ingredients, which help them identify next time without me what they should buy, what they should not. Absolutely. And artificial sweeteners. मैं तो चाय पीती हूँ without sugar. I have my tea without sugar. So that's why I have only one biscuit, my clients tell me. Oh boy, how do I tell them? How do I let them into the secret? Forget the biscuit, forget the sugar. What about the artificial sweeteners? Equal, Splendas, Sweet and Low, and many other which I don't remember. Artificial sweeteners are equally damaging. They actually, sorry to say, I don't want to use certain words, of course, so I'm kind of avoiding it. They kind of, the joint pain that you incur, the kind of inflammations that come in from these artificial sweeteners is something which you will not understand. There is a particular ingredient called aspartame, which is used in bubble gums, candies, a lot of other things. They say low sugar or low calorie. Oh, fine, I agree with that. But it's actually damaging your organs from inside. Slow, it's like a slow death. All these kind of things are like a slow death for you. Processed animal products. So many meat products are easily available now. The fried tikkis that come, the salamis and all. Do you think it is just meat? There are so many things added to it to make it so delicious. Just come home, party hai ghar mein, guests are coming, quickly buy those packets of meat or even those patties, tikkies or something, and just fry them, deep fry them. And there you're done. Your snacks are ready. You don't have to make anything. So easy way out, right, guys? Just get those packets, packaged meats. So yum, salami, so yum. This ham is so, the beef jerky, oh yum. Absolutely divine. I totally agree. Plant-based nutrition is not good, no? Kya boring घास फूस? What green grass, greens all the time, fruits and vegetables you're eating? What the salami and the chicken? Oh, the tikkis taste. Wow, amazing, yaar. It's too good. So additives and preservatives again have to be added to this so that the meat doesn't deteriorate again. I've told you about this. So for some, yes, I told you about that, and the chai, the sweeteners that we add. Let's go on to the natural sweeteners. That's another topic that I discussed called sugar baby on the rush. I have another topic which is again a very good one for people who want to wean off sugar. Of course, a lot of reasons that you've really learned by now about real foods, how it's helping us, how these natural foods are helping us, how plant-based nutrition, vegan diets are helping us. It's less acidic in nature, it's more alkaline. Not only it takes care of your diseases and your health disorders, it makes you energetic. I wish I could play some videos for you to show you the kind of energy level that transforms you into a mind-blowing kind of a human, where you can't even understand the potential of your body, what it can do, of what it used to do and what it can do. It's mind-blowing. Your body feels sluggish after eating food. You're feeling, you're dropping, you're droopy in the afternoons after eating certain foods, and you don't understand why. You must have not slept well in the night, or some other reason. You didn't get up well got up on the wrong side of the bed, you had a headache, whatever, or you've eaten a heavy meal or something. Yes, that could be one of the reasons. But with a plant-based nutrition, you will never feel something like this. Brain fogs, cleaning the kidneys, the livers, improving your digestion, your metabolism, you're cleaning your gut, absolutely healing you from inside out. And the junk haven that we are facing every day is something which not only teenagers do it, but even adults do it. So we can heal through our foods. That's your choice what you want to do. I'll also give you something, a small incident. Like, I was suffering from the dengue fever, which I didn't realize. And a person like me, a health coach like me, was hospitalized in the ICU for 8 days. And I got the root shock of my life myself, that why is a person like me with such great immunity with dengue going to a hospital? I developed bradycardia because I was very athletic in nature. So I developed something called bradycardia again, where the heart rate is super low, my blood pressure was super low, and the doctors were very worried about me. And I was telling the doctors, I don't feel a damn thing. I can do 10 squats. I can jog up till there in the ICU and show you that I'm full of energy still. But they said, your parameters are so dangerous. We can't help it. We cannot let you out of the ICU. And I was like begging the doctor every day, take me out, take me out, take me out. So they let me out of the hospital with a monitor so that they could monitor my heart rate. It was super low. It was just not going up. Even with medication, like, which I was always avoiding. I was always crying about it. Nahi karna hai, nahi karna hai, nahi karna hai. When I got home, I just threw the medicine bag. Of course, I had to wear the monitor for a few days and all to please the doctors, but I threw the medicine bag. Of course, I had my vitamins at that time, very low on it. I started healing myself again through my spirituality, through the real foods, home foods, healing foods at home. Guys, in 10 days' time, I was back in the gym. People were saying, Arey, 10 days ago you were in the ICU. Are you a fool? You're back in the gym. I said, but I'm feeling perfectly fine. People ask me, do you have joint pains? Don't you have any other problems? I said, no, I'm perfectly fine. I'm doing it. I'm doing light exercises, but this is what my body and mind wants right now. So I kind of healed myself in the severe dengue case, and I became like a normal kind of a regular person going to the gym. doing my daily routine. Everything, I started cooking again. I started doing a lot of things. Of course, my spirituality, my meditation, everything helped me big time. And I became more and more energetic slowly, picked up the pieces and I went ahead. And if you guys also facing fever, cold, coughs, flus, it's going to take you 10-15 days to heal with or without medicine. So that's again your choice, whether you want to heal through foods or you want to heal through medication. Absolutely up to you how you want to do it. If you're not able to bear it, if you're not able to do it, if you want to pay the doctor, if you want to go do those tests, if you want to pay the labs, you want to pay the hospitals, please guys, jaake paise kharcho. Jao. Give it to them because they also want to make money, right? So it's up to us how we heal through our foods or through our medicines. Prashant? Okay, I think we'll speeden it up because already the time is up. These are the certain of the list of the real foods that will help you lose weight, which helped me too. You will also get your proteins, your vitamins, minerals, fibers. You will be helping the environment. You'll be cutting down sugars. You'll be getting your antioxidants, less costly in the long run. Your skin will improve, your dental decay, because acidic food again causes dental decay and problems. Absolutely. Your toothpaste is not going to save you all the time. Your dental cost will go down also. You're having fibers all the time. You're improving your heart health, your gut health, and you're also lowering your triglycerides, your cholesterol, helping your blood sugar, your blood pressure levels, and also helping the local farmers. Connect with them, and you become cleaner, leaner, and stronger through it. The best part is the processed natural food, which is the processed foods is not natural, you know that. So it's not meant for human consumptions. Real food is meant for human consumptions. Please go for it. Next one, please. So there's animal protein versus plant protein. This is the difference between them. I'm speeding up here because the time is very short, guys. So you get a lot of protein. Even your B12 levels, your vitamin D also is also balanced and maintained. Yes, if you're very, very, very deficient, please go for the supplements. I will not say no for that. But B12 is also got from fermented foods, like the farmers in South India, they kind of use the fermented kanji. That's the fermented rice, overnight rice, cooked in the night and fermented overnight. In the morning, they add their masalas or whatever, pickles or chilies to it, and they have that, and they last throughout the day on the fields, just on that fermented kanji. And that gives them immense amount of B12. I've been asked how to get the B12. There's a list over here. I can share this presentation with you later on to understand what foods can help us. And gym goers, protein does not only come from whey or from protein powders or from animals. Plants have so much. I've been on plant-based protein since so long. I've not been depleted from protein at all. I'm using plant-based through natural foods. Maybe sometimes you can supplement with the plant-based powders also. The good ones are also out there. Omegas. You get your omega fatty acids from here. Your heart health, your joint, everything is taken care of through plant. Just get your macros right when you're eating a plant-based food. You can go wrong on the proteins also. You can go wrong on the carbs or the fats. So go for expert help so they can identify your needs and tell you what is the right kind for you. Prashant, next one. And then these are the sources of plant protein. A small list out here. Another detailed list is also there, but could fit only so many into the screens. So it's a quick review that you can do. Just take a glance quickly. Of course, a lot of information is already available on the net. Just add them to your smoothies, salads, porridges, spreads, wherever you can. I get an opportunity, I just keep adding anything, greens and everything. The next one is actually, Prashant, a quiz which we have planned to do, but it's going to take a long time. So let's skip this because I was going to offer a free discovery session to anyone out here on this platform. If you were answering these questions, it's okay. Do not answer them. It's all right. No worry. But if you do want to get in touch with me, the details are with Prashant also. And I will be sharing it after this also. And of course, These are some of the people who I relate to. That's Patrick Babumian, who's almost say 45 years of age. He is the world's strongest man through plant-based nutrition, through vegan diet. He could lift at least 500 kilos of weight on that, yoke walk. And he also made two people stand on, each side of the weight. So that's another added, say, more than 100 kilos. So he broke a world record by doing that only through plant-based nutrition. He got his energy and his strength. And this handsome young man down there is called Nima Delgado. He used to be a vegetarian bodybuilder, and now he's a vegan bodybuilder. You see his profile on Instagram, the kind of wonderful workouts he's doing. He's a vegan, guys. So many sports stars are doing. I'm not talking about actors and Bollywood and all, people, Hollywood people or something. I'm talking about so many sports stars and athletes are following a plant-based nutrition and see the kind of energy they have. See their bodies. See the kind of happiness that they're creating. They are so calm and so peaceful also. They're so loving. And you can do so much better. Well, I had some things to say here in this last video, but because we've been out of time, I cannot play the video also. But I wanted to say something. This is a testimonial that I will read out to you. It's a testimonial to myself that I've been there. Get that fab toned body that you've always dreamt of, Ankush. But I'm not that young anymore was a serious doubt in my mind. And my heart said, you are never too old or to set another goal or to dream a new dream. I choose to feel good about myself each day. Every morning, I remind myself that I can make the choice to feel good. This is a new habit that I started to cultivate. The future belongs to the invincible. Get good, get better, be the best, be the inspiration for others to follow, create the ripple effect. Success came to me from doing positive things consistently and calling myself a lioness who never gives up. Keeping myself motivated all the time, cultured into a habit that kept me going every time, making it a lifestyle and not a duty. So, do you want junk food you've craved for an hour or the body you crave for a lifetime? And once you see results, it becomes an addiction. A woman is unstoppable after she realizes she deserves better. Signing off, your plant-based nutrition coach, Ankush Bhatia from Shakti, the power of food. And thank you for listening. You've been a great listener. You will definitely learn when you listen. So, guys, I'm so glad most of y'all made it till here. So if there are any questions, I'll be glad to answer them in a short and sweet way. If you want more detailed information, do get in touch with me. You have my website address, rshakti.com. I'm on social media too, Instagram, by YouTube, LinkedIn, everywhere is Ahar Shakti. Thank you so much for hearing me out.
So, thank you so much, Ankush. It's really a wonderful session. I'm sure that people who are listening to us, they are enjoying it, and they would apply and implement these plant-based diets in their daily life, and I'm sure there will be a change. So, friends, if you want to ask any question, you are most welcome. You can just type in your questions, and Ankush will answer. Till then, I have some questions I received from some of the people who are watching here. Or yeah. So the first question is how the plant-based diet can help in improving the mental health.
Mental health.
Yeah.
Did you say mental health, right?
Yes, mental health.
Okay, all right. All right. So everyone knows that your gut is connected to your nerve in the brain. That's a vagus nerve, and it keeps talking to each other, right? So if
Yeah.
your gut is imbalanced, if it's not at peace, if there is difficulties in your gut, your mind will always be, not at peace. It'll be troubled. It will be uncomfortable all the time, right? So when you're uncomfortable from here, of course, you're already uncomfortable from down. If you're uncomfortable from here also, you will not be able to kind of, function properly. There's a lot of emotional eating habits that people develop because of the mental state also. A lot of people come to me because of depression and anxiety too, because of their personal problems or certain addictions that they have. And that leads into the wrongful eating habits. Either they're not eating at all, or they're overeating, binging, bulimia, anorexia. Or people who are not eating in the right way, or are addicted to certain things, especially alcohol also. Even women, I'm talking about. So if they are coming to seek guidance from you, you're able to kind of first not only just give them a diet plan, right? You have to work with them from here too. If the mental state is not able to accept, they won't be able to adapt that healthy lifestyle. So mental state is so important that it can be taken care of. That's where the spirituality comes in. That's what helps you become stronger. Start healing from here first before you heal your gut. So it goes hand in hand, Prashant. Mental healing is very important. All of us go through it. All of us are facing storms in our life. All of us are going through ups and downs. It's how, again, we come out of it through expert guidance. Learn to take help, guys. Don't do it on your own. Maybe you won't be able to manage it. However strong you are, go out there and seek help, whether it is your best friend, whether it's your colleague, whether it's a mental health therapist or a nutrition coach also can help you in some way. Definitely go and first take care of your anxieties, your emotions, your emotional state. Like I said, circle of life tools. If one of them is imbalanced, it's definitely going to
Yeah.
affect your health.
Okay.
It's
Thank
an
you so much.
in-depth topic.
Wonderful answer.
It's an in-depth topic, very, very, again, close to my heart, because all of us have experienced a lot of emotional turbulences in our life. So I get a lot of things to hear from different clients, which of course cannot be shared as such. But definitely, the minute they start healing now, you see what marvelous results you see. Marvelous, marvelous means miraculous results that you see. So that's what I say, just seek guidance, just seek help. It's never too bad. It's okay not to be okay. That's what I've also learned.
Wonderful. Wonderful. The next question is like क्या इसमें कुछ हमें कुछ challenges भी face करने पड़ सकते हैं if I adopt the plant-based diet? A person who is on a normal food and who wants to work for a specific reason, like we can say weight loss or anything, तो उसमें क्या challenges हैं जो वो face कर सकता है?
Challenges also, not only food wise, we even experience it from home, from people, our family members also. That is one of the challenges. In terms of nutrition, yes, we are in India, we are so addicted to dairy as such. Without ghee, without butter, without milk rather, or without the dahi, that is one of the biggest challenges that I come across with my clients. Not able to give up easily. So that's what we don't do it abruptly. We have to start weaning them off. How you wean off your health disorders, your diseases, you have to wean off certain food items. Because anything you get stuck onto, you become addicted, whether it's good food or bad food. So challenges are going to be there, but it is not difficult. Because when you have a detailed plan, a beautiful design in front of you, and that design only includes plant-based nutrition, yes, you'd miss your foods because you were, as a child, you were trained to have all that. But if you are moving, you want a luxurious, better life. You want abundance in your life. You want a prosperous life. Like everyone wants it, right? So what do? You take efforts to move on to better things in life, right? You want to make that progress. You want to take efforts to become better in life. अपने आप तो आएगा नहीं. Family fortune is not what everyone has, right? Same way, food also. If we start working towards it, we start building newer habits. Like Jack Lelland says, 21 days lagta hai. It takes 21 days to build a habit. Not necessary. It can take months also. I'm not saying that. But get onto that path. Give it a try. Do not give up. That's all I'm saying. Be consistent. A coach like me follow us practically every day with our clients on WhatsApp. Weekly calls, monthly calls. And they're not just 10-15 minutes. You can go for half an hour, 1 hour also. Where I understand why it's not being followed. So the challenges what they come across, you need to share it with the coach first of all, and she will or he will guide you, give you alternates to your cravings, your addictions that you're having, and it works. It works. It definitely works. So
Okay.
challenges is something all of us face in life.
Okay, I'm sure you've got the answer. So thank you so much for the wonderful answer. Uh, I have two more questions. The first one is, what are the most common misconceptions or myths about plant-based nutrition or diet?
Okay. First of all, one is a big one I get is, where do you get your protein from? So people think plants don't have proteins in them. That's a big myth. Absolutely not. You get so much protein from each and every plant has got even 2 grams of protein in it. Okay. Tofu, for example, it's so much high. It was underrated some years back. Now people are like tofu, 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 especially like overseas. I've got clients. It's so easy for them, to adapt. So you are getting proteins. That is one of the myth, that you don't get proteins. And people always think, how is this food ever going to cure you, or how is this food ever going to take care of your nutritional needs? People think, just because you're vegetarian or if you're vegan, you're always deficient in something. It's not true. It's not true at all. There are also most of the meat eaters, the mental mindset is so different that only meat works for them, only protein powders work for them. Yes, it does work, because it's like the animal hormone in you. And have you seen the animal body, how well built it is, so muscular it is, except for the elephant. But that's the body that we humans want to build through the animal protein. So the myths that you face is that plant-based nutrition is BS. I mean, I'm not using the full thing. It doesn't work for people. It doesn't help people out as such. It's a wrong notion. It's a wrong myth that plant-based nutrition is so powerful that healing diseases, that is a topic, that's why we came up with healing disorders, taking care of your mental health,
Right.
your gut, if it's not functioning properly, your digestion is not working properly, your metabolism is so poor. You're you to say, people always say, "Arey, I'm to still eating meat and alive, and I'm kicking and I'm well, and I don't have this problem. I don't have," but we really don't know what's going on with them. So people are also lying about it. And vegans, on the other hand, are such honest and calm people that they will never speak. They'll never be dishonest. They'll always speak the truth. So plant-based nutrition is something people are so distinct restrictive about, so like against it. A lot of times it's very difficult to break the belief.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Uh, my last question is, any last tip you want to share with people who are here and who will watch us later? Anything you want to say to them? You want to give a final tip to them?
So what you need to do is, first of all, is first understand, when you get into plant-based nutrition, what it is about. It's not a fad. It's not just a lifestyle thing. It is something which will work for you, which will always work for you, always be there with your lifetime. You can live probably up to 100 years also, and be on bed, be bedridden, or be 100 years old and be energetic and be doing yoga like Baba Ramdev or something. And if you don't get the proper guidance of plant-based nutrition, you can go wrong. You can absolutely see that people are saying, I'm already a vegan, I already know everything, kind of thing. But the proper kind of vegan diets or plant-based nutrition is not being followed properly, and people are just learning from the net, people are just learning from YouTube videos. Absolutely, go ahead, learn, But a coach is someone who's more experienced, more educated, more wiser. This is why we go to schools to learn.
Right.
Okay. We are spending time to understand what works for the body. Unless it's you're following certain doctors or something. And I'm not against doctors or something, but they are healers also. And they want us, to get better, of course, but only through medication. But nutrition coaches want to heal you through food. They want to avoid all the medication. So a doctor and a nutrition go hand in hand and they should work together. We should not be against each other. I'm not trying to offend any doctor here, but I'm just trying to request if there's nutrition guidance, please, we are always there to help. And if there's something much beyond nutrition that we can't do, of course, the doctors are always gods to us. They're always there to help us out. But plant based nutrition, if you come just one time come to a coach and get that guidance, not only will you get the body of your dreams and a lot of other things, but the benefits, the things that you learn from the coach. Okay, I'm not talking about a regular dietitian or nutritionist. I'm talking about an expert, a plant based specialist, expert. Not only me, there are many more out there or something. But if you go through a coach, you will learn much more about food. Not only about foods, like I said, even primary foods you will learn from you. And you will love the journey. The program is mind blowing and wonderful. It's a 3-month program and it's a wonderful journey because I'm constantly in touch with you. I'm not just giving you a diet plan and going away or running away. I'm not saying come next month to me, and for follow up. I'm there with you, hand holding you. I'm your guide. I'm just watching you. I'm just monitoring you and tracking you with your progress. So if you're stuck somewhere, I'm always there to help you. I'm just a phone call away. I'm just a message away. I'm always there for you because I want to genuinely help people in getting better than what they were. That's why they come to me. So all I'm saying is, guys, if not me, at least someone else, get expert guidance. Get that help you want. It's very, very important.
I'm sure people who are listening and who will watch us later, they will surely take a decision and will work for their transformation. So thank you so much. First of all, to everyone who are present here and who will watch us later, your engagement, your enthusiasm made this session truly special. And I actually want to extend my deepest gratitude to my esteemed guest speaker today, Ankush Bhatia. So thank you so much, Ankush, for being here. Your expertise, passion, and dedication to plant-based nutrition actually has shown it's really inspiring. Your insights and knowledge have shed light on the incredible potential, like for healing and disease reversal. Disease reversal. So, thank you for sharing your valuable time and expertise with us today. And I hope that this session has provided all of you who are present here a valuable insights and practical tips to embrace a plant-based lifestyle. And आपको क्यों करना चाहिए, क्यों आपको ज़रूरत है, आपकी क्या क्या कमियां हैं जो आप प्लांट बेस्ड डाइट से पूरी कर सकते हैं, एंड ओवरऑल योर वेल बीइंग. So remember that the journey towards health and vitality starts with the small steps. आप एक बार एक छोटा सा स्टेप लीजिए and I'm sure there will be a transformation. And Ankush is always there for all of you. And I'll also mention her contact number and her details so that you can connect with her later. If you need any guidance, any help, you can connect with her. So thank you so much once again, Ankush, for joining us today. So I would only say stay healthy, stay curious, and continue on your path to optimal well-being through the power of plant-based nutrition.
Ahar Shakti, definitely.
So
Way to go, people. Way to
thank you
go.
so much. Thank you so much once again,
Bye,
and thank you
everyone.
so much
Thank you
everyone
for your
being
time.
here. See you next week with a new speaker and a new topic. Till then, stay healthy. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Namaste.